In the world of art, there's something special about the name Matisse. But as Lee Cowan has discovered, it's not just a name from the past.
When I walked in, I knew that this is what I was going to do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in college.
As an apprentice to a potter, what Alex Matisse discovered shaped him, just like the clay itself.
We were told pots have skin and bones and skeletons, and like a plate should have the fullness of the moon.
Artful descriptions indeed, much the way a painter might define their craft. In fact, it was Henri Matisse who once said, "I don't literally paint the table, but the emotion it produces upon me."
And it seemed like a pretty cool little town.
When Alex founded East Fork Pottery here in Asheville, North Carolina, back in 2009, he took the same view. He saw ceramics as a canvas.
This is the Matisse blue, which we formulated to accompany the line.
It came easily, like it was woven into his DNA, because it was.
What did you know of your great-grandfather when you were growing up?
He was everywhere, kind of in the air that we breathed, around the house, on the walls.
Just who is his great-grandfather, you ask? Well, the man who painted these, Henri Matisse. Yes, Alex Matisse is that Matisse, a famous last name he ran away from for years.
I had a very grumpy relationship with it. It was this kind of shadow thing that followed me around that I wanted to shake.
Maybe it was stubbornness, maybe pride, but Alex was determined to make it on his own. He convinced his soon-to-be wife, Connie, to help him build a wood kiln way out on an old tobacco farm.
Did she have the same passion for it that you did?
No, she didn't have a passion for clay. No, no, she has a lot of passions.
But she had a passion for you, so she kept going.
Yeah, she stuck around. Yeah. I loved making this format.
And without anyone knowing who he really was, his business boomed.
I was known for the surface decoration.
He could barely keep up with demand.
This is a very specific. I just realized, I was like, if we're gonna play in this world, something's gotta change. Like, we cannot keep doing it like we did.
So he decided to mechanize, at least partially.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's the clay?
That's the clay. Yeah.
The pottery was still his.
So that's how the mug comes off the machine.
Only he thought a little better, especially with the colors. He was excited.
And we sent out a postcard of these new pots that look, they were plain, they had colors on them, and nobody showed up.
Really?
Nobody showed up. So overnight, we lost almost every single one of our customers. Like, they had thought we had lost our minds.
And yet he still refused to fall back on the Matisse name. And it turned out that belief in himself paid off.
All right, 8562 is your total.
Today, he's got legions of fans who call themselves Potheads. They buy and share and trade East Fork dinnerware online. On the secondary market, some of the early pieces can go for thousands of dollars. So, with East Fork firmly established,
we wanted something that was going to really stand out.
About 18 months ago, Alex decided it was time to use his own name.
You can see like the detail of the brush stroke here.
He, along with his sister and brother, pored over hundreds of works by their great-grandfather to find the ones that could be pottery perfect.
We wanted some things like the Blue Nude series that was instantly recognizable. But then I wanted some that spoke to me a little bit more personally. Yeah. So the decals, it's kind of like a temporary tattoo.
Decals were made of the chosen works, faithful to their great-grandfather's exacting details. Each one is carefully applied by hand and inspected by hand over and over again. And yet, Alex is still a tad worried.
Do you ever wonder what your great-grandfather would think of this new collection?
Oh, geez, no.
No? Because
No.
why?
I don't know, because he was very serious. He was so focused on his work. Like, that's what he cared about.
Henri Matisse once famously said that creativity takes courage. His great-grandson Alex Matisse would certainly agree with that. His only caveat is that sometimes courage is all in the timing.
There's not a heaviness to it. I don't know. Now it's just another layer. It's just another interesting part of my history, my family's history, and it feels great to celebrate it and share it.